Dimensions can be added into the drawing by using the Model Items tool under the Annotations tab in the Command Manager. In the Associated Property Manager, the source of the dimensions can be chosen, which typically is the entire model. The dimensions, as well as any annotations that are desired to be added to the drawing, can be selected in this window. This might not always include the correct dimensions or have the dimensions in the correct view. Dimensions can be moved between views by pressing Shift and clicking and dragging the dimension to another view. Additional dimensions can be added manually to the drawing using the Smart Dimension tool located under the Annotation tab in the Command Manager. Edges and points can be selected in a view to create dimensions. By default, system dimensions are displayed in black. Inserted user dimensions are displayed in light gray. It is always good practice to dimension circles in the view in which they appear circular. However, sometimes this is not one of the standard views. In order to accomplish this, an auxiliary view is sometimes required, which can be inserted under the View Layout tab in the Command Manager. Under the Property Manager for the auxiliary view, a reference edge can be selected in the model to create the view normal to that edge. Detail and section views are created in similar methods, except that a circle needs to be drawn for the detailed view, and lines are used to cut through the model for a section view. This is an example of a finished part drawing. In an assembly drawing, an exploded view is often used to show all of the components. The exploded view can be activated by right-clicking the desired view and selecting Show in Exploded State. When working with assembly drawings, a bill of materials is often required to show the different components that make up the assembly. To create one, select a view and go under the Annotations tab in the Command Manager. Under the Tables drop-down, select Bill of Materials. In the Bill of Materials Property Manager, choose whether only the top-level components, which would include other subassemblies, or parts only, which would include all the individual parts that make up the assembly, will be chosen. Once the green check mark is clicked, move your cursor into the graphics window and click to place the table. Balloons can be added to the drawing to identify the different parts by selecting the Balloon tool under the Annotations tab in the Command Manager. Select a part in the assembly and then click the mouse again to place the balloon. Properties for the drawing, such as a company name and drawn date, can be set by going under File, Properties, and then selecting the Custom tab. The drop-down under the property names allows you to add these to the document. For properties that reside in the part, such as material or description, those need to be set under the Custom Properties tab in the part or assembly document and will automatically be brought into the drawing that is associated with that model. This is because all of the documents are linked together. That means that if something in the part or assembly document changes, it will update in the associated drawing. This also is the case if something is changed in the drawing, it will update in the part or assembly document. Because of this, it is always a good idea to keep all associated models and drawings in one location because they are all connected. If all associated files are not kept together when moved from its original location, such as to a different computer, the assembly or drawing will not load the model. A good method of keeping them together is by using the Pack and Go feature that can be found under the File menu. You can choose whether they are saved to a folder or a zip folder, as well as having the option to add a prefix or suffix to the file name. This can be done by entering a prefix or suffix and then clicking on the Save to Name column heading to apply it to all the file names that will be saved in the new folder.